Welcome into the Best of the Bowls here from our WHHI Sports TV studios. I'm Marcus Walsh, joined with my broadcast partner, Daniel Cort. Daniel, we covered 9 games this year, and for the most part, they were all really tremendous football games.
Yeah.
My favorite moment of the year was Game 1 with John Paul II knocking off Thomas Hayward Academy 28-21. It was the first time in quite some time that those two teams have played that JP2 actually came away with a win, and a really good quarterback in Christian Tilton, who did not play all that much. A lot of great games, as I said. Your favorite moment of 2023?
Well, just to dovetail real quickly off of that John Paul THA game, I just remember that was the first game of the season. I'm parking, I'm getting out of the parking lot and heading to the field, and I
know what you're
and I
talk
saw
about.
Christian Tilton and touchdown Tony, kind of cross paths and give each other one of those looks, and you knew the game was on, and that always gets you excited, especially the start of the year. I have to go to Bluffton, Hilton Head. We were at Bluffton for that game. We're missing you because you were doing your best version of Elvis in his blue suede shoes over with the Choral Society.
Yep.
So we had Kevin Libby sit in, and that was a ton of fun to experience that with Kevin for his first time in the booth. But the game, Owen Bayes transferring over from Hilton Head to Bluffton, playing against Jackson Bybee in that matchup. It was a back and forth battle the whole game. And then Owen Bayes, got that air raid attack from Bluffton Bobcats going, and they pulled it out 28-24. But it was after the game when we were giving Owen Bayes the much-deserved MVP award. He had this embrace with his father and his mother that was so touching, and we were able to capture that on film. And it was really, his mom was explaining, all that he had been through, almost a career-ending injury,
right, along
with just a little bit of malignment, from transferring, taking a little heat and grief from Hilton Head fans, for him to be able to pull that out, in that setting, in that moment, was truly special. But it was the emotion that the whole family got to share, and we got to capture that on camera was really, really beautiful and really touching.
It was incredible, no doubt about it. The other thing that I wanted to mention too was we saw a bunch of teams. We saw over 10 throughout the course of this season, and 8 of them made the playoffs. They made the first or second round of the playoffs, maybe just ran out of a little bit of gas, but had great seasons. We'll talk with one of those teams in HHCA later in the show. We're going to have Dylan Clark, Connor White, Ron Peduzzi with us. They ended up winning another state championship and did a tremendous job going from 0-2 throughout the rest of the year undefeated and beating Wilson Hall in that championship 28-6. They actually lost to them early in the season 17-10, so to come back and have a great season for them was really important.
Yeah, I was able to actually go to that game at Charleston Southern, the state championship game, and it was just a different team than what we saw from Christian early on in the season. They just the 17 seniors, that defense got healthier, they got more aggressive. It was just almost as if a light switched on with that group. And I'm excited to talk with both Connor and Dylan, two mature young men, great football players, but really the key to those two is their leadership, and that senior element that the rest of the team seems to gravitate to and follow. And I watched it bear out on field. It was just a real honor and a pleasure to be there and be able to capture some of those moments.
We've got the plays of the year, and we'll talk a whole lot more football as the Best of the Bowls continues next.